Well, my first car was a Dodge Aries, and my favorite car was a Porsche 911.
My first car was a 1993 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. It was awesome. I loved it. As a kid, I was really in love with the Mustang 5.0.
My very first car was a 94 Escort wagon. My favorite car as a child was a Ferrari 350. Beautiful.
Whoa! Well,
And why your choice of car that you're currently driving?
but first off, I always liked the Audis and German cars, and then hooked up with my buddies right here that just pushed me on over. Dave?
Anybody else has anything to say about their cars?
Oh.
Why are you driving what you're driving?
Oh,
What
okay.
got you to
I
drive?
missed the question. I'm like, okay, my fault.
You lost it, Dave?
Yeah, a little bit, cause your answer kind of threw me off. I thought it was supposed to say, "What is your car?" and
I
all
mean,
that
you
shit.
can say what your car is.
Oh,
That would
okay.
be helpful.
Can you see me if I step out of the way? Like, let me see the car.
I see your car.
Okay, cool. This dip is killing me. But anyway. Yeah, I'm driving a Volkswagen Passat. I've always loved them, going back several generations, and I have the current generation, the V7, and I love every bit of it.
All right. Well, I chose the A3. Previously, I had a Jetta. I was in love with it. It was Mark IV, and then I was looking for a new ride. Seen the four rings, and I absolutely love them. So I got one that normally somebody usually wouldn't be driving. That A3 is really sleek, and it's got that fifth door, which is awesome. So it's one of my favorites.
Now, why Audi? Why Volkswagen?
It's just something about that German ride. You know what I'm saying? The Euro scene is amazing, but it's just that feeling in a German car.
Germans make good cars.
Yeah, like you grown. You know what I'm saying? Like you stepping out of, you know what I'm saying, sophistication.
Yeah, that's correct.
It's just one of those things. Until you drive one, you won't know.
Pretty much.
So, are we German versus American? Do you prefer German over American, or is it just right now what you're driving?
Well,
Mm.
for as me goes, I like all type of cars. It really doesn't matter the make and model. But for as when I'm driving, I would prefer a German car. Just I don't know, just because of the way they ride. I don't know. It ain't nothing like nothing else on the road. So that's just me, my preference.
Yeah, for me, I'm not gonna throw shade on any other, type of car or manufacturer or whatever the case may be. But I've driven other cars in the past from, the American market, and I had, very varying experiences with them. But I decided to try something new. I always admired them from afar and just thought they were really, really nice cars. But I didn't know too much about them until I looked them up and ended up meeting these two guys. And yeah, once I got in it, I don't think I ever go back, honestly.
Um, I would have to say it depends on what American car it is. If it's a classic, then you know, I definitely would like a piece of American history with American muscle. But other than that, if it's not classic, then it's German every day.
So, based on that answer, um, is there an American favorite that you either had in the past, or wish to have at some point?
Well,
Uh,
preferably for me, I actually also have a Ford Focus SVT. I like Ford Mustangs. I have had numerous General Motor cars, so it really, like I said, I like all cars, but I prefer German. So
Yeah, it's the same. I just have a preference for the German cars. But as far as anything else that I would have, like I said before, if I can get me the Mustang 5.0 that I used to love growing up as a kid, then I would do that. But outside of that, I can't really see anything else.
I would have to say a Chevelle. It's just sexy. A Nova, sexy. It's just something about those classic cars. You know, the chrome grills, the bumpers, all that. It's just something about it, and that power. You know, you can't really get too many cars off the line, 400 horses stock, without breaking your pockets now. You know, back in the day, it was a bigger appreciation. You know what I mean? And it was time taken on these cars. So, at that point, a favorite American muscle car, you know, would be either the Chevelle or the Nova for me.
Okay, so we spoke about American cars. If you could have any Euro car, now we know what you have now, but if you could have any Euro car, the car of your dreams, what would it be?
Right now, it'll be the 2013 RS6.
Yeah. See, that's a good question. Yeah, I think as far as Euro cars go, my favorite are Ferraris, so I probably would go that route.
All time. Wow. I don't know. It hasn't been out for all time, but the R8 is definitely one of those cars where you got it, you got it.
That's nice.
And with that said, what is your craziest experience with other VW or Audi car owners? Have you had anything, because you're driving the cars that you're driving, have you had any crazy experiences since?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of other dub owners, there's a certain appreciation. They want to stop and talk all the time. And you get these weird stares, but it's not at you as a person, it's at your car. And it's the admiration in your vehicle. And, you know, sometimes you got to pull over and talk. You know, I've caught myself sometimes having to pull over and stop and talk, or in middle of traffic, you know, holding up traffic, just kicking it because that person's car is dope, you know?
So your car is attractive.
If you want to
That is
say
correct.
that, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, I guess.
It's just a certain type of attention you get when you're driving like a German car. Pretty much, if anybody knows what it is, they like, I don't know, they attract you to it, especially if they like German cars too.
All right, just that overall camaraderie, you know, amongst Euro car owners is definitely, you know, bonus, something that I've really come to appreciate since having my car. And I remember one time, me and Phil actually were chasing this Ferrari California down the street just to get a closer look at it. And we had our cameras out the window just filming it and chasing it down. And we got up on him, and we pulled up alongside of him and just nodded at him. He nodded and took off. And, you know, just little moments like that are pretty cool for me, you know. And, you know, going to different car fairs and things like that is nothing that I've ever thought about or really knew existed. And I know having an American car or some, you know, past cars that I've had, I wouldn't have ever had that experience. So it's definitely been a
Yeah, it's like a special society or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, once you get one, you in, and everybody, you know, that also has one is just like, that's where it's at. You know,
Yeah.
that's the love right there. It's dub love.
B-dub love.
Do you guys have any plans of racing these cars or possibly putting them in a show, or is this just what you do for right now is just off a show?
Well, preferably for me, I plan on probably within the next year or two doing some turbo upgrades and eventually running it down the track. And for a show goes, it'll be ready for next year.
Mine is a grocery getter. Family car, you know, it's my everyday driver. I do plan on doing some upgrades to it, you know, as far as aesthetics go, just to have it look nicer and things of that nature. But as far as racing, I definitely plan on, you know, getting another car down the line that I would put the money and time and work into to race. But that's just based on the experience I've had with this car. You know, I know I definitely would do it. So wouldn't go anywhere else.
Racing, nah. It's a daily driver right now, and just wanted to look good, be a little fast, you know, because you got a lot of people that always want to jump at the line, which is for some odd reason when you pull up. I don't know, but I just, you know, minor plans, wheels, paint, a little performance here, you know, so I can always have some get up. And you got to keep up with this dude, because
That's terrible.
when you're looking at his car secretly, it's fast as ever. You just
got
like,
a little
oh, it's just an
speed demon in me,
A4.
that's all.
It's just an A4, but
Just a little speed demon.
yeah, that joint's a monster. Look under the hood, you're not gonna be able to tell, but it's a monster under there. So
Yeah.
a little speed, you know, a little performance, but overall just aesthetics, man. I want it to look good and ride good.
So, do you guys have any mods or any performance parts that you have in your vehicle right now that you have upgraded or put into your car since you got it?
Of course, I have numerous stuff out of
It's a
suspension,
secret, man. Don't
all type of stuff. But
Don't.
you know,
It's
we're
sleep.
just
It's
a
your
little
question.
bit,
I take it. It's your
just
Sleeper.
just a little stuff.
Sleeper.
You know, just a little added stuff. You know, I done did to it, just to up the boost and the power. But I plan on upgrading probably within the next year, though. That's just it.
Yeah, me, I'm OEM plus. I have a few minor things that I've done to it, but I do plan on doing some things for next season that you know, turn a few heads. So,
Like what?
do I have to tell?
You opened the door.
I did, didn't I? Exhaust. A few little minor things under the hood to kind of give me a little bump in horsepower, just so I don't get left too far behind. But you know, nothing too heavy right now. I'm still under warranty, so gotta take it easy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I'm not telling.
Well, can you at least say that if you've done anything up to now?
Done minor body work. And no performance mods. It's pretty fast while I stock right now. So I'm not gonna let you into that Pandora's box. Sorry.
Got a 2013 Volkswagen Passat. It's got a 2.5 liter V5 in it. I love the sound of it. That's what pretty much sold me on it when I took it for a test drive. It was my first German car, first V-dub. And they say you never forget your first. And I've only had it for about like 7 or 8 months, but I've had a lot of, you know, awesome experience in it so far. I love it, and I'm gonna keep it as long as I can. As far as mods go, I'm gonna do some things to it that definitely have it stand apart from the crowd. And a few things here and there that are gonna make it a little bit faster. So just in case anybody tries to roll up on me, they won't be able to just take off and leave me in their dust. So, but overall, like I said, it's my daily driver. Drive it till the wheels fall off. That's basically it.
As you can see, this is 2008 Audi A4. I only had it for about a year now. I got a few plans for the car. Did like suspension work, planning on changing that and putting airbags and stuff like that. plan on doing a carbon fiber hood, trunk, probably putting an airbag system on it next year. I already got the rims for it and got a bunch of list of engine mods that I plan on doing. Get it to right around about 400 horsepower. Then I'll do some training work and I'll leave it be. This is my baby right here.
So what we have here is Audi A3 2006 2OT. I'm letting that little bit of information out. Did just minor work, painted my hood, got some blemishes still, got the wheels painted, a little bit of damage, got my little band-aid on, ouch. But you know, overall it's a beautiful car, I love it, I have fun in it, it's fast, it's definitely gonna be a lot faster. There will be some major changes coming soon for the summer. It's gonna be a fun season next year. We definitely did start up a small club. It's called Below Average. It fits right in from where we're from. We're from Buffalo. The weather's below average. Our cars are below average, height-wise, because they're above average, style-wise. We sat around trying to figure out a name. After coming from these shows, it's like everybody had a name at these shows, all these groups, all these cliques, and it was just like, man, we need something that represents us. Can we be a little average together?